1978 AMF Alcourt Sunfish Sugar 2. It looks kind of nasty, doesn't it? It's actually not too bad. This is real thin. It's coming off real fast with 40 grit on a DeWalt random orbital sander. So we're going down the port side. Got all the old resin and fiberglass gone, about up to the daggerboard trunk. Had to get the old baler off. Just took a big screwdriver and stuck it in the baler and twisted it. Skipper twisted it while I held on the little nut on the inside there, and it came off. We'll get that. In fact, it just came off seconds ago. I'm going to examine that seam in there. See if you see any, if we see a little line, if we see the seam. If we don't see the seam between the bottom of the hole and the inside of the cockpit, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good thing. If we do see a little line about halfway through where there's a seam, that probably means it's split, and water can sneak in there. This one's looking pretty good. We'll take a little small fingerful of thickened epoxy though before we seal it back up and go around it once just to make sure. Daggerboard trunks, pretty chunky. Little repair here that someone did. Little piece of fiberglass coming loose, that's got to come out. Right here on the keel, there was a big huge blob of fiberglass. We took it off. There was like 6 inches of fiberglass just to cover up a little small divot, and I can barely even see it, but a tiny little crack in the top layer of the fiberglass there. We'll just put some thickened epoxy in there to clean that up. And right now it's looking like we'll be able to wax the bottom, maybe just spot paint this strip along the keel, maybe do something fancy. But here's the line where we stopped sanding. Got old paint, we got bug juice or some kind of tree sap things, got this old resin that's, I think they just covered up a few chipped areas with it, but went overboard with it, and it's coming off pretty good. Here's the sander with one of the pads. All that's coming up. We'll take the trim off so we can put paint our accent stripes. Also have to pop the bow open to replace the backer block for the bow handle. We hooked up the dry vac to the sander to keep the dust down, and also wore a nice long sleeve shirt in our 88-degree Florida soupy weather, but that kept most of the dust off of me, and a dust mask, gloves, eyewear, and a hat. So that's what we've been doing today on Sugar 2. Chris up in Canada thinks it should be ready by Father's Day, so who knows. We'll, I think Chris mentioned he'd be down here in a day or two to finish sanding, so with that in mind, a good chance it will be. I hope y'all are having a good one.